Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other topics, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Have you heard? Sling TV offers the news you love for less. Hey, wait, you look and sound just like me. I am you. I'm the same news programs on Sling TV for less. You mean you're me, but for less money? A lot less. I'm all the favorite news programs and more on Sling TV, starting at just $40 a month. Everything great about me, but for less money? Which makes me greater, don't you think? Get the news you love and more for less. Start saving today. Visit sling.com to see your offer. Sling.
Welcome. This is gonna be controversial depending on what you give your answer, dude. What is the best anime of all time, in your opinion?
Oh God. Oh, I can't. I don't.
You gotta say something, dude.
Oh man. Okay. Well, see, my favorite is not the best. That's the problem.
Oh, so tell me. Okay, tell me your favorite, and then I'm just gonna assume that it's also your best. My fellow zombies and zombettes, grab your brains and get ready for some gut-busting, apocalypse-stopping action on AFK with Ninya, because we have none other than the legendary acting, gaming, sharpshooting, zombie-splattering superstar Chandler Riggs. Hailing from the humidity hub of Atlanta, Georgia, Chandler skyrocketed to fame for his unforgettable portrayal of Coral Grimes on the AMC's The Walking Dead. Chandler's journey from a young munchkin in The Wizard of Oz to the heroic Peter Parker in an upcoming Spider-Man film is a testament to his exceptional range and dedication to his craft. Not only did Chandler's role as Carl Grimes earn him 3 Saturn Awards and a Young Artist Award, but he's also ventured into the world of electronic music, showcasing his versatility. From Get Low to A Million Little Things, Chandler's acting career has been a thrilling roller coaster, and we can't wait to delve into the adventures that have shaped him along the way. So without further ado, Chandler, welcome to the show.
Oh man, dude, what an intro.
Come on,
oh
dude.
Gosh.
Come on, dude. I got the best. I only got the best writing these up, dude. I'm telling you.
That's great. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here, quote unquote, and good to be talking to you again, man. It's awesome.
Trust me, the feeling is absolutely mutual. So one of my favorite things about what my team does is obviously they put together an incredible line of questions and topics and things to discuss. And my favorite is when I obviously am just completely out of the loop and like, these are my favorite things to talk about, dude. New Spider-Man film. Like, are you kidding me? You're playing
it's okay. It's like that's shaping it up a little bit crazier than it actually is. It's like a fan film that is not. It's not like legit by from Marvel or anything. But
so it's not like it won't be like canon. Is that what that means?
No. Yes. Yeah. Correct. It will not. Yeah. Not canon. But it was such a cool. Oh man, we did the climbing on the walls and honestly, I have so much more respect. I had so much respect. Like, they're incredible. All the guys in Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire. I actually share the same birthday as Tobey Maguire, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's incredible. I love Tobey.
But oh my God, dude, I have so much respect for how just the climbing up walls. They have to have wires or something on them because they lay the wall sideways, like on the ground. So you're just crawling on the ground, but you gotta make it look like you're climbing up a wall. So it's you gotta look like you're rock climbing, and pushing yourself up and then not fall face first into the ground and catch yourself with your hand, but not look like you're catching it. It's a whole insane thing. But yeah, it was a blast. It's a horror take on Spider-Man, and it should be out hopefully here pretty soon out on the internet. It's gonna be great.
Out on the internet, dude. You got to tell me, is it like Netflix or anywhere? Like, do you know where it's going to land, or can you not share that?
I don't know at the moment. I'm out of the loop on the distribution side of things. I assume it's the director. He's known for doing like just cool like horror takes on stuff. Like he did one for Shrek, where with like Fiona as like a monster thing that kills a bunch of people. So I assume it's just going to go straight to his YouTube, and then he'll take it to. I know he's had meetings with big executives about it. So who knows? We'll see.
Do you know roughly how long is it going to be? Is this kind of like some sort of like short film?
Yeah, it'll be super short. It's like it took us 2 days to shoot. It'll be like 10. It'll probably be around 10 minutes, probably less, to be honest.
That's
super short.
So
and
sick.
it's like it's awesome though. We get to do a lot of fun, iconic stuff. It was great.
Dude, that's so cool, man. So like, I'm freaking, who's your, I'm right now, we're going to, this is going to be, I pride myself in not trying to have any gotcha moments, dude, but I have to just do it, man. Who's your favorite Peter Parker, bro? Like personally.
I gotta go with my boy Toby. I grew up watching like Spider-Man 2 is probably my most watched movie ever, just because when I was 8, I watched it like every day when I came home from school. Was
it just that dancing scene or whatever when he's like, feeling himself?
Oh, the snap.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So good. Yeah. I love Toby. He's my boy.
First off, I think all three of them absolutely dominated the roles. I think they were all great. Truly. I think, but dude, I don't know what it was. I think it was something about the old school. It feels weird saying old school, but I feel like the way that they filmed Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was a lot. I don't even know how to. It just felt
comic
like
book.
Yes, literally, like literally comic book, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that Toby just kills it, man. And God, I love seeing. I have to say, I love just seeing him get like trolled by the internet with like his.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? Like just like how he reacts to like paparazzi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude. It's the funniest thing in the world, dude.
Yep, it's so good.
I wonder if he leans into it, dude, or if he truly doesn't really enjoy being like.
I don't know. It's hard. It might be a bit of both, to be honest. But yeah, Toby's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely. So, dude, I know that you've streamed a couple times, right? Like, and you're obviously a huge gamer. What's itching you? What's itching the scratch? What's scratching the itch nowadays for you? Are you still as dedicated as ever, or?
Yeah, I streamed for a good 2 years. It was just like regular streaming every day for 6 to 8 hours a day, and my like biggest thing that I like honed in on was GTA RP actually.
Shot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I played a character. His name was Carl Crimes. And I reprised the role and brought it into NoPixel, and he laundered money. He owned this taco shop and was always on the lookout for walkers and making sure they didn't come to Los Santos. And
bro, that's fucking amazing, dude. Tell me this is like all over YouTube. Please tell me there's.
Yeah. I had edited down stuff for my YouTube channel, and all the clips are still up on my Twitch, and it was a blast. It was a lot of fun for a while. I keep wanting to like. I still have a bunch of old friends that I made from NoPixel, and I keep wanting to like get back into it because I just love, and it's just because it's all improv. It's all like and
yeah, man. I used to fall asleep to I used to fall asleep. So it was during COVID, man. It was peak COVID.
Yep.
Like everyone was staying at home, and I feel like RP servers it was NoPixel was just popping off, and I would fall asleep to like Tim's VODs and like Tim and Tavin's VODs, and just everyone who streamed at the time, and because it was just it was just like relaxing. It was hilarious. I would always just die laughing at some of the fun, like crazy shit that would go on.
So great. Yeah, it was really a lot of fun. I eventually I had started kind of like tapering off. Well, actually no, I still streamed like pretty hard for a while, and then I actually started getting into VR, into like VR chat, and into like the the whole VR RP side of things instead of GTA RP. And I found this awesome community that is, it's now called Neon Divide, but it's basically this like cyberpunk RP. And it's crazy. It's like takes place across 4 different maps simultaneously once a week. And it's so cool. So I've been a part of it. What's that?
No. Wait.
It's confusing. Yeah.
No, it's not at all. VR RP. So is that like I've seen VR RP before on like TikTok. I've seen little shorts. Is it anything like that where like you create these avatars, you can be whatever you want in the world? It's a mix between a lot of them are a mix between like D&D and just roleplay. So a lot of so you role play with all of the other people on the map, and in this case, it's this cyberpunk dystopian city. Okay.
And we have about like 30 to 40 players on each map, but you have DMs like in D&D. So there's people that are actually running the story and like pushing things along, and then we have like 10 to 15 supporting cast players that are that basically play all the roles that the DMs and GMs need those like roles to be filled. Are
you doing that right now?
Like so it's a seasonal thing. So I came in just as a character because you have to apply to like with a character sheet, similar to D&D, and you have like abilities and edges and flaws and skills and all this stuff. You have to get a custom model made for it, and so I joined in as a character in the second season, and then I joined in as staff in season 3 to like help actually like make it happen. And we're going into our 4th season now, and I'm now one of the heads of the project. We're making it into it's now a nonprofit actually, which is awesome because
awesome.
Now we can like do all this has been like almost over 3 years now. So it's like the VR RP community has just grown a lot, and we want to try to give back to it as much as we can by doing workshops and offering just ways for people to improve their own improv skills and abilities, whether that be through and with Neon Divide, or whether that be like another RP stuff that they want to do, if they want to get better at social RP, if they want to get better at combat RP, if they want to get better at whatever they want to do and get better at, we want to try to give back to the community in that way. So it's been an awesome, crazy, intense ride, but it's been a lot of fun.
Dude, you can't. My jaw has just dropped from like the last like five minutes. I'm not even joking. That's insane. I feel like that's super intense. And I mean, I would have never guessed that you were doing anything like this or were a part of something like this. That's awesome.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
With the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, make staying informed part of your routine. Start your morning with the latest updates on the AJC app. Bring the Politically Georgia podcast with you on your daily commute, and end your day with our in-depth articles and videos. Subscribe now at ajc.com.
Hey, this is Jeff Lewis from Radio Andy. Live and uncensored, catch me talking with my friends about my latest obsessions, relationship issues, and bodily ailments. With that kind of drama that seems to follow me, you never know what's going to happen.
You can listen to Jeff Lewis live at home or anywhere you are. Download the SiriusXM app for over 425 channels of ad-free music, sports, entertainment, and more. Subscribe now and get 3 months free. Offer details apply.
Obviously, we talked about no pixel in GTA 5. I mean, GTA 6, I guess it's right around the corner. Are you going to dive? First off, 2 questions. Are you going to dive into that and try to bring back Carl Crimes? and 2, do you think, or have you even heard, and because I don't know, are they going to mess around with maybe like VR in GTA 6? Like compatibility?
I doubt it. I doubt we'll see VR in any any official capacity in that way. I know there's mods for GTA 5 that put it in VR, but it's, there's no motion controls. It's kind of janky. But GTA 6 next year. I'm anticipating putting as many hours into that game as soon as it comes out as I put into Palworld in the last 4 days.
Oh my god! All right, well now we got to talk about Palworld.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. Thank God. I love when like the guests lead into something that I wasn't even going to touch on, but I have a passion for. So I've only played about 8 hours into the game in the last 2 days, so about 4 hours each stream, and I'm trying not to play it off stream because I want to have like authentic reactions and not and kind of like go, yeah, you know how it is. Okay, what do you think? Just give me your initial thoughts to start.
I bought it with the full. I scrolled through the reviews. I was like, is this a meme? Like, are people? Is this like actually real? And I bought it with the full intention to refund it after 2 hours, and then it was 6 hours later, and it was like 2 a.m, and I was still playing Palworld and trying to convince all my friends to buy Palworld because I had so much fun playing Palworld. It's like just such a great combination. I just love they just take the best parts of so many different games and just mesh it into just one. Like, it's such a blast.
Bro, I feel like, okay, so Honor, my assistant, I think or was it Grumbay? It was one or the other. They asked me like, for a snippet, I think they were like, give me the reasons why you like this game right now, and we'll put it in a little clip. I found it almost impossible to really do that. Dude, it does everything. First off, I don't know if you know about the lore of like the lore about what like inspired these people or like the developers, bro. They're like, I think they're in Japan, and like 90% of them have never coded before. They have like one lead high school coder or whatever who's teaching all like these middle schoolers and other high school. It's crazy, right? And to look at what they've done with this game, it's in alpha early stages. It's super, still super buggy, but not as buggy as you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
And dude, it's what you just said. They take so many little things of what makes gaming great and what makes video games special. And dude, they've completely nailed it on the head, bro. Like, it's just things that I never expect from like a pre-alpha game. Like right now, they've already sold. First off, congratulations to them. They've already sold 8 million copies allegedly.
It's insane.
Right in the last week. We're obviously 2 of those, and my wife is another one. Jess is another one. So that's 3 right there. And the one and. Dude, it's like it's the little things for me, right? It was how fluid the game was to start, number one, and how clean it felt, and the graphics are actually pretty beautiful as well for it being so early on. And then the fact that there was headshot damage for weapons and for arrows, but also that there were different weak spots as well. Like these are things that like dude, you would expect this after like a game being in development for years and years and years, and to have to like hit all of these little intricacies to make it special. But it's so early on, and they've done it all so much. It's crazy, dude.
I know. Yeah. And all the models, all the 3D models are really well done, and all the animations are really well done. And
and the AI, right? Like they're improving it, and they've released their roadmap the other day, and they're talking about what their intentions on improving the AI of like how the PALs react to working and stuff. But dude, like
it's already not bad.
It's already not bad. It's already not bad, dude. Like the second I put ingot or ore to make ingot into the furnace, like almost immediately, my fire pal is like running over there and starts like melting it. It's like no hesitation, and the fact that they're doing it's crazy. It's fucking insane to legitimately like to put it simply. It's insane that it's this well.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, what level are you? Because I'm still like little itty bitty. I think I'm like level 19.
I've got. So I've got my single player save. I'm like, I think I'm actually the same level on both. I'm like level 29 on both.
Okay. So you're not like, you haven't maxed the game yet, which is awesome because I have so many friends that are already like, they got the rocket launcher. They're going crazy.
Oh my god! Dude, that's so many. You have to catch so many pals to get to that level. That's insane.
I know. Well, I mean, dude. Apparently, you can have your pals will. There's ones you can catch, and they'll just farm you. All the spheres that you need, so you don't need to craft them anymore and things like that. So, I love all the nuances of it, like streaming, and I usually don't like getting advice from my. It's very overwhelming as a streamer when your entire chat is like just screaming at you.
Do this.
Yeah. But like I've kind of like set that precedent that I don't like that when I've started to play, and people have been like it's actually been incredible, man. And people have just been like, yeah, man, like easing me in with like a little advice, right? Like
Nice.
they'll see that I'm struggling trying to, I'm like, God, I got to go make 20 more Pal spheres again real quick. And they're just like, actually, if you capture this person and, you know, they'll make you spheres. It's like, oh, cool. And it's
That's
just
nice.
great. It's
Yeah.
just great. What an incredible game, dude.
Yeah.
If all you guys out there who haven't played, if you're trying to get your girl into gaming,
Great
this
way.
Is, dude,
Great way to do
This is
it.
the game.
Yeah.
This is the game. It is so nonchalant. It is very chill. It pretty early on too. It's pretty hold your handy. Yeah, I mean, it's just an impeccable game. And what's crazy is it's just getting started. I can't wrap my head around it. How the hell is there so much content already, like this early on?
Dude,
Right, like with
I don't know. It blows my mind. Like it,
max
just
level 40,
yeah.
the world is so huge. The way that it's dungeons and raid boss, like what the?
Yeah.
It almost
It's
doesn't feel
wild.
real. I think I saw someone say that AI made the game or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't
it's
fucking know, dude. But the game's great.
yeah.
Oh God. Jeez. Okay. Well, since we're on the topic of gaming, I kind of jumped the gun here, which is fine. Back in the day, let's get a little nostalgic here, dude.
Yeah.
What was some of your favorite video games growing up?
Well, ironically, Pokemon. Actually,
God, let's go. Which one was your first?
Pokemon Red. I learned how to. Yeah, I learned how to read from Pokemon Red. Actually, I was like 2-3 years old, and my cousin had given me his old Game Boy and his Pokemon Red. And,
Did you have a warm light? Do you know what a warm light is?
No, I didn't. It was a Game Boy Advance that I got.
Okay, I think the Game Boy Advance actually had it had
the light built in.
It had the light built in. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah. As Pokemon was like my diehard game. I think like for when I got a GameCube, like I had no other friends that played, Nintendo games or anything. So like I only got Pokemon XD and Gale of Darkness, and that's like the only one that I don't think I had anything else on the GameCube. So yeah, that. And then my first PC game was RuneScape. Actually,
I never got into RuneScape, bro.
You don't need to. It's not. Yeah, it's very grindy, and that's about it. Yeah,
I love
RuneScape.
grinding games, but yeah, bro, the graphics and like
Yeah.
that I get. Like I'm still like I sit here and I play Final Fantasy 11 every day of my life, which is a 20-year-old MMO. But I what escapes me truly is that game. Like I look at the graphics and I'm like, dude, like you don't even know what's going on. It's like
it's just 8 polygons. Yeah,
literally. Yeah, 8 polygons. Just fucking. It's whatever.
Yeah.
All right, dude. RuneScape's first PC game, and
got an Xbox a couple years later, or about a year later. And my the first game that I was like begging to get with it was Call of Duty World at War. And and I loved it.
It was cool, dude. My buddy loved playing 1v1s on game battles on that game. It was like snipers only or bolt action only, like 1v1s.
Yep. Yeah, I loved that game. And the zombies was like so. Oh God, that ignited my love for zombies and zombie games and everything. Which ironically led me right around the time that I booked Walking Dead.
Bro, you just led us into our next segment, dude. All right,
look at that. Look at
Come
that.
on, man. Another one of my favorite things that happens, dude. I have it here. I got like freaking 20 points, but I didn't want to just jump right into it because I know what it's like, dude. I live in Florida and we're literally on the ocean, right? We're on the ocean by the bay. We are it's perfect, dude. We have boats everywhere and it's like I feel like the only true way to live in a zombie apocalypse like world is to be able to boat instantly. You get a big enough boat and you find someone who knows what they're doing with like filleting fish and fishing, and you're literally set for life. Your biggest issue is water, and at the end of the day you can just set up little collections and buckets and shit and get your water whenever it rains. Yeah. And you never have to fucking go out there. Like, that's the dream. That's got to be the only way. Because, when you think about that, in season like 3 and season 4 and season 5, once, you guys kind of figure out that walkers ain't nothing but shit, right? You just fucking stab them in the face through fences. Then you realize what is actually going to be the worst possible thing is humans at the end of the day, which is what it's always going to be, right?
Yep.
You have freaking enter Negan. I don't like that one bit. I don't want to have to deal with that.
I agree. Yeah, they actually, I think they did that on the spinoff Fear the Walking Dead, they went on a boat for one of the seasons.
I remember that, and it was I liked Fear the Walking Dead, by the way. I enjoyed the first couple of seasons of that. I don't know why I stopped watching it.
That's good. Yeah, I personally didn't. I watched the first season, and then I didn't watch much more past that. But I heard great things where people really liked it. But yeah, I guess the boat thing didn't really work out because they ended up back on land. So
yeah, I think what happened was there were walkers that were walking the floor of the ocean. And then they like pulled them up or something when they were it was one of those things, right? Which is actually something that you would have to think about because they don't die.
Yeah.
And just walk. Oh my God, that would be horrible. That's a way to die, bro. Imagine you get
would
pulled
suck.
out of the.
Yep.
Fucking Jesus, dude. Okay. So here's one thing as well that I wanted to talk about that, and this is just it was like the lore of how the zombie apocalypse happened in that in The Walking Dead, which by the way is hands down the scariest zombie. Like, okay, so obviously the walkers are slow. Right. However, the idea that everyone's infected, and that you can either turn by, you don't even turn by being bit. Technically, you just turn by dying.
Just die from being bit. Yeah.
So you die from being bit, and then you turn, and everyone's infected. So even if you die, you turn, bro. It's like I have this fucking dream. It's not a dream. It's like a nightmare, really, where I have this where somebody breaks into my house and quote unquote air quote breaks into my house and like it's somebody that I know, but because like they're like lost or maybe they got locked out of their house and you know what I mean, and then I end up like shooting them. Right?
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just trying to protect your house. You don't know what it is. So like it's like that, and then going to bed. Like, what if someone fucking just like chokes in their sleep and dies and then eats you?
That's
bro.
True.
I would never. Like, I would have to, dude. I'd have to tie every single person up for the rest of my life. Like when we go to bed, because if somebody just dies in their sleep
apnea or like
100%, dude.
Yeah, then that's it. You wake up and your throat's being chomped on. Yeah.
Nope. Oh my God, bro. God. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, dude. So, I mean, I feel like it's a 1 in a million when you're somebody your age and you truly happen upon an incredible role such as this, where you can grow and you're so young and you're there for so long and it does so well. So, like, just walk us through that, man. What was that like growing up with the cast there and just getting that role?
Yeah, man, you hit the nail on the head. Like, it really was like quite literally 1 in a million. Well, so in the casting process of it, I had done, a bunch of other like theater stuff and a couple of other movies. But one of the movies that I did was with Galen Hurd was one of the producers on one of the films I did, and she's done like Alien and Terminator and like a ton of the huge horror hits back in the day. And
amazing movies.
Yeah. Like I was like 8 years old, hadn't heard of any of them, and like just chatting it up with her, and just like it just blows my mind now, And so so I'd worked with her on one of the films, and so when I went to go audition for Walking Dead, she was one of the producers for Walking Dead. So
dude, come on, bro, that's incredible, dude.
Yeah. So instantly, like my parents were like, I think he's actually got like a pretty decent shot at this. I remember I auditioned for it and I got a call back, and then I sent in another self tape, and then I went in the room. And then they called me and told me that I got it. And I remember I was like 10. I was like running around the house. I was like, woo! And we went to the comic book store and we picked up all of the Walking Dead like volumes that they had. And actually we did that during the audition process, but like we went and bought more because now it's like, okay, now you really gotta know.
You're here, right? Let's go. Crack down.
So and I remember I was like, I got so invested. Like I was like the biggest fan of it. Like going into being on the show, I spent the next like however many weeks reading every single comic book, every single thing that came out, and then went on set and like did the whole. Maybe we're doing the first season, and one of the comic books actually, while we were filming, they'd announced the cast, and my all of our photos were in the back, of the comic book as, the announcement for that it's going to be a show. And I remember I went around on set that day and I had everyone sign the comic book and sign like their, sign next to the photos.
Oh,
just because it was just
so
like,
sick.
it was just so cool because I loved it. I love the comics and everything. It was just so cool. And yeah, and then we finished the first season and it was, we were all like crying and hugging each other because we assumed that the show would not get picked up and no one would. Yeah, we wouldn't see each other again because we had 6 episodes, and in cable television, especially like back in 2010, it's like, I mean, you look at any show on like NBC or like any of the primetime shows, a lot of times they get canceled after I mean, even Netflix shows nowadays, it's like after first season, they cancel them and pull the plug.
So you didn't know that it was going to be a success after you finished filming the first 6 episodes. That's astonishing to me because, dude, I was hooked after the first episode when I don't think I don't really know how many people I've told this. Dude, that season came out. This is kind of weird to think about it now since you were 10. That was when my wife and I, Jess, we've now been together for 11 years. That was like our first binge show that we watched together.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 3 seasons. It was 3 seasons were out at the time. And we saw the first one. We were just like, dude, this is the greatest ever. I think like she skipped like 3 days of classes. I skipped my stream because I was, and we just binge watched it straight. We put all 3 seasons straight for like 4 days. It was unbelievable.
Oh man. And that's so great.
It's a great freaking show. Let's be real here, dude.
Yeah.
So I can't even fathom also just the situation of Rick in general in season 1, waking up in a coma and being in that world. It would literally be the scariest thing in the world. And speaking of the scariest thing in the world, so I mean, I know you were a kid when you started filming that. I mean, I'm a little fucking bitch when it comes to scary stuff. Like I watched Smile and I couldn't sleep for like a week. Were you ever like legitimately scared on set?
No,
like ever.
No,
because you just not even a little. You were like, oh my god, this person actually might. Not even.
It was it's all so choreographed and so like rehearsed down to the bone. Especially like when they have all the makeup on, like you're just like you got to start like choreographing whatever stunt, whatever scene, and it's like, hey, I'm Jim, like through all the makeup, it's like, oh hey Jim.
Yeah.
All right, sick. Let's work this out and see how to do this. And it's a collaboration, you work together with the guy and with the stunt coordinator to make the coolest possible scene and make it just look good for the camera. And so it's all very like down to the T of okay, you have to step here because the camera, we were shooting on film, and film is each take is pretty expensive, so you can't mess up. And that's
I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah. Frank Darabont he insisted that it was shot on film because apparently he was saying that the makeup just looks better on film than digital. And at the time,
obviously it looked incredible. Like so.
Yeah. And at the time, digital cameras weren't quite where they are today, so it made sense. But yeah, I never got scared. And plus, I played zombies and was playing Dead Island and playing like
I couldn't
all
finish
those.
Dead Island, bro. That game was like that's what I'm talking about. I was a grown man. My stream was just like begging me to play those types of games, and I'm just like, dude, I can't. I don't want to play that game, dude. And like, dude, Dying Light too, like Dying Light, and dude, those. Fucking
Amnesia. I loved Amnesia.
No, dude, no, never even. Dude, I tried Amnesia for like 30 minutes, quit out of it. Outlast. I played Outlast, dude. I have this story about Outlast. I've told this several times on my stream, but like, let's put it on the internet out there forever in this episode, dude. So this was back, and I was still living with my brother Chris at the time. I was maybe like 3 or 4 years into my streaming career, and dude, it was our first apartment ever. We were on the first floor. And dude, when I say like apartment, bro, like think like paper thin walls, like, dude, like it was a problem. It was, it was a shithole. It was a shithole. It's like $500 a month for a 2-bedroom. It was crazy. And
wow. Yeah.
Dude, it was bad. So I was playing Outlast. I hit like a sub goal of like 500 subs or some shit, which was incredible at the time. It was amazing. And I was like, all right, guys, I promise. Here's the game. You promise I'll do my scary game. What game do you want to play? Everyone, Outlast. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I've watched some film on this thing. I've watched some people stream. I know how horrifying it is. Dude, I'm sitting there. My brother had his friends over. I was drinking a little bit, just a little bit. I was having a couple of beers. And then, like, dude, I was like, I have to get more drunk because I'm so scared. I can't play the game. So, dude, I ended up drinking this old ass bottle of tequila that we had on top of the fridge. And I ended up drinking like half the bottle. And I was screaming so loud. That someone called the cops. And there was a light. There was a light shining through our window, and they're like, I'm blackout drunk at this point too, dude. I opened the sliding door, and this guy's like, and the cops are just like, "Hey, is everything all right? We got a call that a woman was being murdered." I'm not even joking, dude. So they had to come into the room. A woman. Like, it was bad. And dude, it was terrible. It was terrible. I had to get off stream. I was like, guys, I gotta go. And dude, I was horrible. I ended up throwing up later that night too. And so yeah, I'm not a scary person, dude. You know what, dude? You know what it is too, man. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something in my brain because, like, dude, like I feel it. Like I feel those types of things. Like when that's why I can't stand demonic movies and stuff like that, and like possession or anything like that, because, dude, like it affects my brain. Like I feel like I start to like see these things or hear these things or like I don't know. I can't do it, bro.
With the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, make staying informed part of your routine. Start your morning with the latest updates on the AJC app. Bring the Politically Georgia podcast with you on your daily commute and end your day with our in-depth articles and videos. Subscribe now at ajc.com.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. With the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. In fact, Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/podcast free. All lowercase, shopify.com/podcast free, shopify.com/podcast free.
All right, dude, Chandler, we're towards the end of this period. I'm sure we don't want to keep you for too long, so we're going to do our this or that and our other questions that we do with all our guests, man. Are you ready?
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
All right, bro. All right, dude. These can be as long as you want or as short as you want. It does not matter. Here we go. Call of Duty or Fortnite?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to go with Call of Duty. Yeah.
That's fine, dude. I didn't care.
I'm sorry, man.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I love Call of Duty. It's a great game.
I had a great time with Fortnite. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Dude, it's cool, dude. Don't worry about it, man. I love COD too. Los Angeles or Atlanta?
Oh, man. Here's the thing. I don't want to live in LA forever. My goal is to like get my production company off the ground and then get out of here. But I don't want to move back to Atlanta because it is hot as hell. It's so humid and gross. And you included it in your intro, the humid hub.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Well, you're in Florida, it's like,
northern Florida. It's still just as humid. It's bad. It's days where you feel like you can't breathe.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, the weather's a lot better in LA, but I don't know. Neither? Question mark.
Neither. Right, so where would you like to end up then? If you had to guess,
don't know. I've been trying to kind of sort out where I want to end up, and I've done the math, and I found out that Dallas. I fly a lot. I fly like more than once a month for conventions and just domestic and international everything. And I found out that Dallas actually is the one city in the country with the least amount of connecting flights. So it's like most amount of like direct flights to anywhere in the world. So
well, dude.
It's up. Dallas is up there on the list. I don't know yet, but we'll see.
All right. Well, dude. All right, dude. Marvel or DC?
Man, you know, I love the like darker vibe of DC, but I don't think it's been executed as well consistently compared to like Marvel.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like they've just consistently been putting out. Well, you know, I mean, they all of their stuff is fantastic. They were super. You know, a huge congrats to all of them for all their success.
Absolutely.
But I'd say like overall, Marvel has been a lot more consistent with their you know quality of content that they've been putting out. So,
dude,
yeah,
isn't it incredibly? I'm going to dive with just a smidge into this, or at least get my 2 cents. Isn't it a little? I think it is so strange that DC definitely has more compelling and more incredible characters as well. I'll say more, but it has incredible characters, and it is so. Yeah, it's just like, what's the disconnect, man? Where's the disconnect, and why aren't they popping off? Because it does just feel like
they should. Like, you know, it's like it's right there. You know,
100%. Like besides the Dark Knight, like you know, DC, I just feel it always does fall short in the theaters. So
I agree. Yeah,
unfortunate. All right, dude. Improvisation or rehearsing?
You know. God, see, I want to be in the middle here. So for all these questions, so, man, I mean, I love just like knowing, like having stuff rehearsed and knowing exactly what we're gonna do. But it is very nice to also have flexibility within the structure to like throw in some things here and there and adjust and kind of like be a bit on the fly. So I feel like and similar with improv, it's like you got to have at least some structure to what you're doing, or else it'll it kind of falls apart. But
100%.
I think I lean towards just having done like, especially on Walking Dead or any television, they'll like make 100% sure that you are on like you can't change a single word from the script. Like it has to be 1-to-1. Like if you drop an and, or if you drop a
I hate that, bro.
It's like it's 1-to-1. So
dude, I've filmed some commercials before, and and it's like, so it's bad, or like or I've even had some like one-liners in movies, and they're just like, stick to the script. It's like, okay, like so Tyler, you're kind of playing yourself. If you feel like there's something you would say that you wouldn't say, feel free saying maybe something else in your own voice. I'm like, okay, great, and then I would, and then they're like, all right, let's try the script, and it's like, okay, dude, all right, okay,
yeah,
all right, dude, early morning shoot or night shoot?
They're both. I think I would take early morning, just because a night shoot, it's like you're working. Like you wake up at like a normal time, and you still sleep in. You wake up at like 11 or 10 or 11. You have to go to work at 5 p.m. You won't wrap until the sun comes up, until like 5 a.m. 6 a.m. And so it's like going straight from almost a full day of whatever you're doing into another full day of filming is rough. So I think I would take an early morning shoot. Yeah.
Same.
They're both bad. They both suck.
Same. As someone who's now, I'm approaching 33. I'm 32 years old. I will take my uninterrupted sleep and not mess up my sleep schedule. I feel like I don't know how people do it when it's like I don't feel like a human, man. I used to do that, man. That was my game. My streaming hours were like, that was me. I was fucking up
shift.
Night shift, 100%, man. Growing up. Oh my God. All right, dude, we're moving on. I'm old as shit now. Other questions, dude. Here we go. What game are you obsessed? I mean, we already answered this, but I'm gonna ask anyways. What game are you obsessed with in 2024, dude?
Aside from the obvious Palworld, I'm still a Hunt Showdown enjoyer through and through. Love
Hunt Showdown, dude. I know that game. I know that game. Do you know? Do you watch? Have you ever seen like CD and the Third stream that game?
No.
Do you know who he is? He's an incredible streamer. If you haven't heard of him, you definitely check him out. He's one of my favorites. But he used to play that game all the time, so I know what you're talking about.
Yep, Hunt Showdown. It's like in my opinion, it's the best shooter, like multiplayer shooter ever made. It's like it's so much fun. Still play Hunt, still play a bunch of Apex. Obviously VR chat because that's where in my thing. DayZ is always going to be up there for me. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't. The list goes on and on.
All right, dude. All right. This is gonna be controversial depending on what you give your answer, dude. What is the best anime of all time in your opinion?
Oh God. Oh, I can't. I don't.
You gotta say something.
Oh
dude.
man. Okay. Well, see. My favorite is not the best. That's the problem.
Oh, so tell me. Okay, tell me your favorite, and then I'm just gonna assume that it's also your best.
Yeah. I gotta say, it's normie anime, but Death Note is so high up there for me, just because of how like it's just the awesome way that they create, especially in the first like 20 episodes. The way they just constantly build tension, and it's just like plot twist after plot twist of like how the hell is this character gonna get out of this? Like I love those stressful things, and they do that in Breaking Bad and like Ozark and all those shows. I love that just like stress of like how the hell is the character gonna get their way out of this? So dude, Death Note's up there for me.
I don't even think that's controversial, by the way. I think that there are plenty of anime lovers out there that would also agree that Death Note is a top. Top anime, man. It's like I know. I mean, dude, Tim, my buddy Tim is having. He's got Death Note tat on his freaking leg, and it's literally massive, and it's also pretty dope too. So
it's great. Yeah, I do. Newer anime, Demon Slayer is great. Chainsaw Man is so good, and like
so obsessed with Demon Slayer, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dude, who is or what is your favorite superhero and villain?
Spider-Man is always up there on the Marvel side. On DC, The Flash. Like I loved that show.
Barry Allen. My name is Barry Allen. I'm the fastest man alive. And then who's the main antagonist? Someone who's faster than me. Well, the intro constantly contradicting itself every single episode, bro. And I loved it.
Oh yeah. Yep. I love that show.
My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive.
To the outside world.
What do we got to do? I got to get faster. He's faster than me. It's like, wait. All right. Pick one person to face the zombie apocalypse with.
Oh man.
And this is like this is like strategy, dude. Like I don't want to hear like your lady or your
I was gonna say like Jeff Bezos, man. That dude, like he's straight to the moon, like probably off the planet. If I could really choose anybody on the planet to side with, then
you better be praying that you can teleport to him, because that if he's not where he needs to be when it happens, he ain't getting out. You know what I mean?
Very true. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, dude. Heck yeah, bro. Mine would be that survivor guy on TikTok. He's all over the place. The dude who just survives in the wilderness. He goes out in the snow and I just go out with him, dude.
Yes. Oh, dude,
just live go in the middle of nowhere. All the zombies would freeze, or mostly at least.
Northern Canada or some shit up there.
Middle of nowhere, population 100. So because then there's not too many to turn. If they do turn, you just. My weapon of choice would be like the longest thing I could find. So like, give me a spear that's like 8 feet long, right? So that because for me, dude, that's why when they like you see like there's some of the people in the show or just in any zombie movies, and they're rocking like machetes or like knives and shit.
Yeah, you get way too close.
I'm way too close, bro. Give me a crossbow. Give me something that I can
javelin.
Be like
javelin, long, massive,
The 1,000,000%. I'll never get that. All right. All right, dude. Favorite. We've talked about this a little bit earlier. You mentioned you go to a lot of conventions. Which one's your favorite to go to? You don't have to answer this if like it's somehow going to offend.
No. I mean, I love any convention anywhere. Like, there's always just the most dedicated and amazing fans. Like, I
don't think anyone goes to a convention that isn't passionate about why they're there. So
it's so cool. But I will say, just all the conventions that I've done, in Mexico and in South America, like it's on another level down there of like dedication and excitement and just like it is nuts. Like, yeah, if there's anyone listening from South America, you guys are awesome. Like, you guys are like the most diehard crazy fans that I've in the best way possible that I've ever met. You guys are amazing. So yeah, definitely South America. Oh, well, I did do a couple conventions in Tokyo, which was so cool. The most respectful.
I can't wait to travel
like,
to Japan. Yeah.
Oh man, I love Japan so much. Like, it's just one of my favorite places in the world.
I'm gonna hopefully travel like there for months.
Yep.
With the
highly
wifey
recommend.
Just, yeah, I can't wait, dude. Oh man. All right. So the last but not least out of then I got to ask you two more that we ask all of our guests, dude. How/when do you know when your work is done? As an actor, as an artist?
Yeah. I feel like there's like a mutual understanding that, you know, your art is never finished. Like, you're never going to, I like, especially as an actor, I know that I never want to hit my like ceiling of my abilities. You know, I never want to just be like content with where I'm at of like, okay, I don't have to do any more work to be better. You know, it's like, I never want to be in that state of mind. I always want to be pushing and, you know, pushing the boundary and doing more and doing better. So I feel like but I will say it's an important quality to know when to step away, when it's good enough, like when to step away from your work. Yeah. You know, and that's, you know, what you have to do as an actor on a daily basis on set. As soon as they're done with your coverage, like, that's it. You just can't do it again. So, or on stage, you know, it's like your performance there and that's it. You have to just step away and accept that that's what you did.
Especially on stage and dude, that's a great answer, man. So like knowing when it's good enough. I like that, man. I think that's actually like one of the most legitimate answers we've got. First off, every answer is legitimate, but a lot of the artists that we have on here, we ask that question, they're like the same thing. First thing they said is it's almost, you never know, right? Yeah. There's something, you could always add something or could have changed something, but knowing when it's good enough has got to be one of the hardest skills to
totally
learn.
Is. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Final two questions, dude. Chandler, thank you so much for being here, man. We ask all of our guests these questions. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right, dude. If you had to delete all but 3 applications from your phone, which ones would you keep? You have to download these apps from the App Store, so it's not like your calendar or some bullshit.
You know, Reddit would probably be up there. I don't really know what else. I don't use.
Oh, no.
Let me scroll through.
Come on now, dude. I'm sure you got 3. You could
SoundCloud would be up there. Yeah. And I'm like scrolling through like my recent apps on my phone to see like what do I like really actually care about.
I mean,
maybe Discord, just 'cause a lot of my work is done on Discord.
Okay. Yeah. So all right. So no food app, no DoorDash, no Uber Eats or anything like that.
You know, those are good answers, but I don't think so. I could live without them.
Wow. And confident too, dude. I love that, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. Dude, I think we've only had one other person say Reddit too. I think, oh man. All right. Final question, dude. AFK obviously stands for away from keyboard, all the non-gamers out there. This podcast is called AFK with Ninja. Define AFK in your own words, man. What do you do when you're AFK, man? How do you get away from it all?
I love snowboarding, and it's on my mind because I'm leaving to go snowboarding this weekend. That's like my place of solace, you know, is on the mountain and just away from, there and like when I'm at home in Georgia on the lake, you know, and like I just out there and just like away from everything is, that's my AFK, where it's just quiet and peaceful and there's, you know, nothing to put my phone on do not disturb and just like don't bother me for however many hours.
Dude, love it, man. Chandler, thank you for taking the time to be here. I appreciate you very much. And
absolutely,
I had an absolute blast, bro.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, it's great talking to you again, man. Hope you've been well.
Absolutely, dude. Dude, same. Ditto. And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of another epic AFK with Ninja episode. If you've enjoyed the journey thus far, please consider leaving a rating, review, and hitting that follow button. We have a ton of incredible guests coming your way, and I want you to be the first to know when a new episode drops. Until next time, catch you soon.
AFK with Ninja.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution is delivering the news of today. From podcasts to original series to unmatched sports coverage, we do it for everyone who is here to work, live, and play. We do it for the greater Atlanta. Subscribe now at AJC.com.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. With the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. In fact, Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/podcast free. All lowercase, shopify.com/podcast free, shopify.com/podcast free.